Hey YouTube, Sam here. Well, I did some electric work and I told you I would take a look at this for you guys if you're looking for this one. This thing's so cheap they didn't even bother putting their name on the cover of it, but it comes with a nice little cover. It was at Walmart. It was less than 20 bucks, honestly. I can't remember what it was for everything. I'm thinking it was more like 10 or 15 bucks. Yet again, I can't remember exactly, and it's been quite a while ago since I got it. And quite honestly, the thing I use the most and the reason I bought it was this right here. And it's worked real well. It's a tester. You turn it on, just turns on, tells you it's on. And when it comes near power, which this is plugged in obviously, it starts beeping. It's just kind of a little safety thing. That way you can tell whether or not you actually turned off the right whatever it is you're working on as far as electrical. Now, these things are never 100%, especially when you get cheap ones, so you still got to be very careful. This is one of those places where I say I'm not responsible if you buy something I bought and end up burning your place down or frying yourself because you depend on it. Now it does say, what does it say? All Sun? There we go. All Sun. It's the GK7 voltage detector, and it says it conforms to UL, so there you go. Anyhow, it's a decent little tester, and I've used this a ton. Now the rest of it I have not used a lot, but it seems to work for what I've used it for. I don't know how accurate it is because I don't have any testers to test it. I actually have used this. This is kind of neat. This was another thing I bought it for. And what it is, it's so you can plug in. Okay, so this is a 2-prong plug that I got a 3-plug prong thing on. If I plug that in, only one light comes on. Well, then you look up here and you go, okay, only this one light is coming on, and it's this orange one here. What does that mean? That means one light in the middle. It's actually it's a green light. I guess this is considered green. It just looks orange because it's so opaque, but green light right in the middle, that means open ground, because it is an open ground. It doesn't have a ground. It's only got 2 on it. Alright, you have to excuse the mess. Like I said, I'm in the middle of doing some wiring, so I'm using a lot of extension cords and things like that right now. But this is handy, so I'm going to put this in here, and it does have a ground. Got 2 lights. You look on the front of it, 2 lights means correct, or correctly grounded anyway. Now the third one here, which hopefully I don't have anything I can show you, is a red one, and if it's red with a green, it's hot, and it's reversed, hot ground reversed, hot neutral reversed, correct. It tells you everything you need to know is right there. Now this one here, I have actually used it on one of my ground fault circuits in my house, and it did work. When you push that, and I don't have any here, when you push that red button right there, it'll trigger your ground fault plug, and it'll tell you if it's working or not. If it doesn't trip, then it's not working. If it trips, the price of each one of these things alone is way more than if you buy this. Now this didn't come with it. I throw this in here because I also have another battery that I usually keep in here. It's not in here right now, and it did come with all the booklet, so you know how to use it and all that. I just keep that right in there. It's got a nice little pouch. It closes. It's worked real well. Now I will say, if you eagle-eyed guys see that this is bare metal up here, this actually I believe did have, it had like a plastic cover over it, but I since dropped it off a ladder and it hit concrete ground and busted that little plastic end off there, but it's still working. You may have to be a little more careful, or a lot more careful, about touching that against anything, but you don't have to touch this directly to anything. You just have to get close. I'll show you again here. See, it's, well, there we go. See, sometimes it don't work, so you really do have to, there, see, I'm just getting close. You gotta make sure, if something doesn't seem right, turn it off, reset it, turn it back on. See, and I'm not touching it. You can be that far away and it still senses it here, so, and I don't know if you see, I'm not touching it, just getting close. So This is the thing I definitely use the most. Seems to work real well, but yet again, don't just let this be the end all be all of everything. You need to really make sure that what you're doing is correct, and that's the last form of defense right there, just to double check things. So anyhow, like I said, everything all together would cost you a lot more than I paid for this. I wish I could remember how much I paid. It was at Walmart that I got it, and I believe it was less than $20, maybe in the $10 to $15 mark. I'm not positive though. But anyhow, I like it. It seems to work. And yes, if you're a professional, you probably aren't going to go out and buy this cheap, crappy thing. In fact, the reason I haven't used this that much is I got a really nice one that that I got from my dad that I use a lot for if I'm really checking things. It's a lot nicer one, but I can throw this in my truck or take it with me, or throw it and bring it downstairs and upstairs, and I got it all in one place. It works pretty well, so I'm pretty darn happy with it for the amount of money I paid for it. For a DIYer that just does a few things here and there in their house, it works really nice, and it's a pretty decent case even. So this is Sam, Jack of all, master of none. You all have a good one.